Hi all, in the last tutorial, we saw how we can create class and function based view with little bit understanding of URLs. If you have not seen it yet, I would recommend you to watch it before this tutorial. So in today's tutorial, we will understand URL patterns in Django. Django patterns are used to route incoming requests to the right views in your application. They act like a table of contents for your web application. Using flexible patterns, you can match URLs and connect them to specific views. URL configuration is the system that connects website links to the function or classes that handles them. Generally, you define URL configuration in your urls.py file. Inside this file, you create a list of URL patterns. Django looks at the setting called root URL config in settings.py to know which url.py file to use. So let me show you the structure of URL config. You have just opened url.py. Here we have two lines of code. In the first line, the path function actually maps the URL of admin module to Django default interfaces, which we saw in the last tutorial. In the second line, this path function actually is calling the include function that tells Django to look for additional URL patterns. That is our cart.urls. Okay, these URLs. So there are URL patterns which are defined inside the URL patterns list, right? So this list actually contains the routes. Django uses these to match incoming URLs to appropriate view. Let me run the app and check these URLs, how this works. Okay. So locate your project directory. I have shopping and then I can type python manage.py run serve. Okay, so our localhost URL is ready to see our app. I have opened browser. I put my default URL, then I type function. So it shows me items from cart model database, right? If I call it class, so this is class based view, the same records we are getting from our cart model database. So let's play with some code by creating few views. I'm going to create three function based views quickly, okay, in my cart template. And then I will navigate these view from URL patterns dot list, this list. Okay, I'll say home.html. I have some code handy, home page, and we will redirect to about and contact from this view. Then we will create a new view that is about.html. I have some code. I have saved both files. Then I'm going to create another view that is my contact view, contact.html. I have some HTML code. So this view will actually redirect on about from this link. And about view, we have to move to the template folder. And about will actually redirect to contact view only, right? So these are three function based view we will be mapping to our URL patterns dot list right here. Now I'm going to create three functions for these views. We have home views, we have about views, we have contact views, and these function based view we will be mapping to our urls.py. Okay, I'm gonna comment this out. Okay, I have saved the application. Application is reloaded. Now let me execute my home URL without any path. So you will see that my home view is shown. Okay, if you click about, you will get about page. If you go to contact, you will get contact view. Okay, so this is how this view navigation works with URL patterns, right? We have three different views and we have also created navigation for them. Now let's talk about using regular expression captures in Django URL patterns. If you want to extract the value from URLs and then pass it to view, then we can do it with the help of regular expression captures. I have another view, right? Let's suppose we have item detail view, right? Which actually shows the details of our item. Okay, so the item detail will be a view for us. So the value can be captured from the URL and it can be passed as an argument on the view. Okay, now let's create this detailed view with HTML code in our template folder. I'm gonna say item details. So this is our HTML code where we will show the title and the description for our model, right? And then we are going to create another function based view in this views.py file. Okay, let me create it here. So this is my item details function based view, right? Here I am getting a request object. Then this request object I am passing into the render function. That is simple. And then I'm also getting another value from URL, that is item ID, which is mapped over here. And this value will actually get the model by ID from this cart model, right? The cart model which we had created in the previous video, that will get the item by this ID. Okay. And this item then we are going to pass as a context, and this context we are passing to our item details.html view. Okay. And then it will show over here. Okay, since we have already listed our all cards item from database card model, now we are getting details of each item by ID. And just try to say item 1. You will get a specific item on this detail view. You see, if you type in 2, you will get item number second, and then so on. Okay, if you type in class, we will get, we have not yet enabled our class. Let me save the file again and then the application. You will see all 4 items from cart model, right? Now let's see naming URL patterns in Django. We can name our URL pattern in Django so that it makes our work easy while referring to them in our code and HTML files. In the path function, we can specify the name, right? That is a string value. See, there could be many scenario. One is to redirect from one view to another view with this name only. Other could be to redirect with name and arguments like item details. So what we are going to do, we are going to call this home route from our detail view, right? I'm going to open this items detail view and then I put this statement, which means that this is a template for URL and I am passing this home route, which means that as soon as I click on this anchor link button, it will redirect me to the home route. Okay, I have saved the file. I have refreshed the page. You see that we have got a home URL, right? That is the default URL of our application. I click on home, you will get the home URL. Okay, this is how it is working. You can also link item details view from list view. I'm going to open cart model. From each item, we are going to navigate to our detail view, right? Remove this line, objective title. And instead of this, I'm going to put this new line, right? In li, I have created a anchor tag with my template. This is the naming pattern. The naming patterns, this is the name of my route. Okay, this is the route. Okay, and then we have passed our object dot id, which means that is primary key of my record, and this will be passed as a argument on my item details view. Okay, I have saved the file. You will be able to see a link over title field. You see item 1, item 2, id, and you will be able to see a URL at the bottom, item slash 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this. When you click on this, you will be able to navigate to a specific item. All right. Okay. Even instead of linking the home page, you can go to your list page, right? I'm gonna save this. I'm also gonna say this as list. Okay, I have passed my naming patterns to my route. Okay, that is a list, and from my item details, I would be navigating to my list of all items, right? I have saved the file. You will see now class view. Okay, with all the items. All right. We also have reverse function which actually reverse a URL based on its name. Let's understand this as well. Suppose there is a view which register the new user and you want to navigate to user list view just after new user records gets saved. We can try this as well. So as soon as we create new item into our cart model, so we should be redirecting to our detail view. Open my views file and I'm going to create a very simple view to create new item into our cart, right? This is the cart model that we had created and we are creating new item into this. As soon as this item gets created, we are trying to redirect to our detail view, right? For the same record. But redirect and reverse functions are not working here because we need to import two modules. Redirect, reverse, we are importing from these modules, shortcuts and URLs. Okay, now error goes away. I have saved the file and then I need to map this new view with my URL patterns. I need to go to urls.py, a new route that is create, and then item underscore create. This is a function that I have mapped with. Okay, I have saved the file. So now as soon as I type create, it will redirect me to the item detail view. Okay, you see, item number 5 has been created and it also sent me to the detail view with this particular item. Okay, now we have 5 items. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. So hit a like button and give me the comment down below of this video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.